Wow, another flashback. One right after another. It's like Naruto or something. Guess it's not. The other one wasn't a flashback. It was just telling a story, and it was visually displayed at the same time. But whatever. My God, the giantest rupee Link's ever seen! It's gotta be worth like 10,000. Wow, did you see your eyes? I've never seen that before. Hey, you know something I forgot to do? I forgot to cash in on the last Gold Skulltula reward. Let's see, is it this guy? No? No? Oh no, they're saying everyone's back to normal, so I didn't, like, miss one. It's probably been over a year since I was here, so... Yeah, I forgot to do that earlier. So he says, "Thank you for saving my kids." What, me? Oh, that's okay. Already destroyed 55 spiders the curse. Oh, 55. Don't worry about me. And we won't, because we're never gonna get enough to free that guy, so... Sorry, dude. Because it'd be a total pain in the butt to get all 100 Skulltulas, and this sure ain't no 100% completion run through. But anyway, welcome back to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I was actually trying to go for a different phrase, but I forgot it. So there's Garen, not Garen, Ganon's tower, castle, that is. Did I get the Skulltula here? Well, I'll look at that later, because I'll have to go over there later anyway. Just wanted to make sure that the sound's actually going through the mic. So sorry. I should have warned. Oh. So there's a rather attractive looking rainbow bridge. It's quite interesting. I like how it looks more like a rainbow in this than in the 3DS version. Like in the 3DS version, it's more like a bridge, but this just seems more rainbow-ish. It's actually a rainbow, and you're walking across it somehow. So there's that. And then there's these two useless enemies that you just run past. So it's like, what? But anyway, so something interesting about this part is that, that is to say, this episodic part, not this part of the game, I mean. I was actually planning on starting this, you know, in the Temple of Light, and I was expecting when I booted up the game that it would automatically load me in there like it normally does, but that only happens on like a normal playthrough where, like, if you set up, you just finished the last temple, and then you're, and then you set off the game, and if you set off the game, you load inside the temple after you've finished a dungeon, because it always takes you out of the dungeon when you're done with it. Like, you know, when you're done with the lake one, you appear at the top of the little hill, or I guess it's an island. And then, so like, if you finish the dungeon on most circumstances and then turn off the game, when you turn it back on, you'll load in the Temple of Time. But in this case, since I was actually in the Gerudo training grounds, I loaded in there, and I was really confused. I thought maybe I forgot to save or something. But now that looking back, I actually saved like 3 times just to be sure. Especially since I think I was changing my costume around. Or something like that. Maybe that was on another time. But, so it's kind of funny because on Masayanella's 3DS Master Quest of this game, she did that. She ended the video after finishing the dungeon, so I thought, oh, that's clever of her. She's gonna start up the episode. You know, she knows what she's doing, so she's gonna start up the episode. Oh, I don't really want the bomb shoes there anymore. She's gonna have it so, well, basically the way I did it. But it wasn't. She got all mad at the game for doing it that way. And you know, so I was ready to give her a bunch of credit, like, oh, how clever of her, but it was actually just a mistake on her part, and she was like all mad at the game because she didn't realize that was going to happen, so it messed up the way she was going to record it. So basically, I was just giving her too much credit in that case. Actually, I can just begin. So then that makes it extra funny because I kind of did the same thing, but in reverse almost. So it's kind of ironic. And this time it's completely unambiguously ironic, not like, oh, it's actually a coincidence. Like, well, you know, if something's ironic, it happens in a way that you wouldn't expect. but you don't expect coincidences, so coincidences are subcategories of ironies. So there. So if something's a coincidence, it's also ironic. Oh, there's the Deku Nut there. So as you can see, I don't like wasting resources. So I opened the pot and then charged the magic for the arrow. Actually, I'll just leave it like that because I probably won't need arrows until you know, the actual light arrow. And then I was in the mode that made me, actually, you don't really even need the Goron tunic. If you can't do this in 2 minutes, what are you doing? Oh. But this helps. Although it might be too late. Yeah, it's too late. Oh, no, it's not too late because I... Okay. That kind of messed it up. Whoa. So it's interesting how if you have these boots, it doesn't actually weigh it down. I don't think that ever comes up at any other part in the game. I mean, by the time you have these boots, you probably won't need it for that purpose, except in here. Oh, right. This is the one you can't do until later. For some reason, I just didn't remember that. Like, I was associating this with the block there, but I was like, oh, this is the one you can do before the block, but... So that's how you know I haven't played this game in a while, because I'm one of those guys that had this whole thing like crazy memorized. Except, actually, this is something I never really... See, what is it here? I don't know, it feels like I've sort of kind of knew about this, but not really. I certainly know it wasn't my cousin. Maybe my cousin did this, but I don't remember it exactly. It's a little... Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to change. It's the boots. But there's actually a secret somewhere around here. Hope it's not on one of those walls, because it's too dark to see. Yeah, hopefully it's more like on this one. Is it here? Yeah, here it is. So you see you have a secret little fairy cove. Is that right? This shield, if I recall, it just breaks the nut. That's right. Well, we don't really need the shield. We can just do it like that. Let's see. Red post. No, we don't need that. Knock it off. Leave me alone. I don't really need arrows right now anyway. Yikes. Huh. They say something different. I wonder if it's based on what it is they're trying to sell you. No, we don't need any of that. So many fairies. There's not like a secret alcove, is there? Maybe one on the ceiling? If there was, huh? That would probably... I mean, I definitely never heard that one before. Okay. So there's... That's definitely not part of my classical knowledge. There are things that, you know, figured out myself playing through the first time, or from, you know, my cousin's playthrough, because first time experiencing this game was actually just watching my cousin play it. But, oh, it's fire arrows we need here, I guess. Oh, no, you still need the Lens of Truth, right. Don't need any of that for this chest, though. boots for this part, so I don't know why I didn't bother this time. You can also hook saw to him, but kind of forgot this time. Oh, you can't do 2 magic spells at once. I don't know if that's like a magical restriction, or if it's just because they couldn't program it that way. It was too hard to have it being consumed slowly and in one burst at the same time. That can't be it. That's something I couldn't do, but they could have done it at this time, surely. So maybe it is supposed to be like... It's kind of like the Slayers, where you can't do 2 spells at once. But then that one guy had, like, this little magical assist on his shoulder or whatever. Oh, you can hook saw to those, can't you? Hiya! Oh, but wait a second. Isn't there supposed to be a chest up? Yeah, there it is. Or rather, this is the switch that lets you get it. Hiya! I think it's on this side. Yeah. And we got the golden gauntlets. Now we can do that part. We can lift stuff up. Ugh. I think we... No, we don't. Okay. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. Actually lower on magic, so that's what I should prioritize. But it worked out. Then again, we are about to go talk to the fairy, the great fairy that is, and she fully heals your HP and magic. So, definitely have enough magic. Since we're through this part, we definitely have enough magic for the rest of the barriers. And I think I'll actually do the great fairy after doing the barriers and before going upstairs. Oh, wow. Well, let's see, there's about 5 minutes. Let's just do all the barriers and then make that an episode. Make it a little longer, I guess. So I'm definitely going to make some cuts. I just don't know how long it'll cut out. I think that's probably the... Hey! Aha! Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. But that wasn't enough. And that one made up for it. Because we still need the blue fire. Oh, I guess that did make a noise, probably. Slow down. Probably need this again. Did I complete my thought earlier? I was saying I was one of those guys that had this game basically memorized. Well, I guess that's just about all there is to say about that, to be fair. Speaking of which, I think I've kind of messed... Yeah, I think I was supposed to hit that one there. Maybe? Into that hole? it's really bizarre too to not have this all just automatic. But not only has it been a long time because there's just too many things to do, but I'm also commentating, so there's that. That messes you up more than you might think. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna put the regular boots on, although I think in this room it doesn't actually make a difference. It doesn't, like, make you super slippery. Actually, it might make you less slippery, maybe? Like, it's its own slippery, but it's not to as much of an extent. Like, I think you can change your momentum better. Oh, another rusty switch for some reason. Wait. But they give us this nice fairy right here to replace the blue fire that they made us use, so that's nice. Aw. Oh, right. Well, I guess it didn't make a difference in this case. Now my magic is fully restored and I'm just using up an arrow. I'm so efficient. Except with time. Maybe I won't do them all in one part. Because it won't take a whole part to get up to Ganondorf. It would be like half of these rooms and then half Dorf. So I guess maybe I'll just end it here and then do the rest of the doors and then go outside and get that. So in the next one we'll do this room. So see you then.